Hello YouTube and welcome to a actual motorcycle vlog here. We've got some real motorcycle content. You can see me hand signaling there a little bit. I get scared here on Compton Road. Worried that sitting here someone's going to rear end me. Fortunately that did not happen. Get a nice churn. So what's this video going to be? It's just going to be some good old motorcycle content with a little bit of commentary. Here we are coming up to a fairly infamous turn. A pretty popular YouTuber crashed here going the other way. He was okay, I can laugh about it. As you can see, the roads do not look great. There is salt and stuff all over the middle of the road. So I'm going to be taking it nice and easy. Not trying to push things too hard. Got a guy who decides that he can't stay in his lane, so I give him a nice little wave. Wake up, buddy. You're not the only one on the road. Now we're coming up to one of my favorite turns. I take it nice and slow today because, again, all that salt. It's hard for me to say how much real grip I have, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. Now we're coming up on like my favorite section of road. Having a little fun. Might take it a little faster just because I know the lines here a little more than I do in some other places. Always want to take it a little easy over this hill because there's an intersection. Then down here at the bottom, go for it. Fortunately, I catch a car before I get to do the whole road, but it is what it is. Stay in his lane either. This is another one of my favorite sections, turning left up the Fairfax County Parkway. Give it the beans here, so to speak, if you really want to. Next we got some Hampton Road action. This made me quite nervous, and I think you'll see why here as the clip progresses. This is a pretty long clip. And hopefully the sun doesn't get in the way too much. You can see another biker there off in the distance. Taking my time, going at the normal pace I go on this road, which is probably a little faster than most people, bikers included. Well, maybe not sports bikers, but you know, cruiser type or vintage type guys. So it's hard to tell. I don't really know what kind of bike he's got, but he's got some kind of vintage motorcycle here coming up on the infamous tight turn. I started to feel a little nervous for the guy. After seeing his lines through that turn coming out, it's not like they were terrible, but you know, they weren't perfect. And then he didn't, and then this next left-hander up here, you want to kind of compromise your entrance onto this turn to get a good exit, but watch what he does. He just flies in there and goes super wide. Yeah, I mean, so I get a little nervous. I'm thinking maybe he's pushing himself to try to stay ahead of me. Look at that guy, almost pulls out on him because he's going so fast. I just worry because he's on a vintage bike, you know, it probably doesn't have very good tires, there's salt in the road. I'm thinking to myself, you know, come on bro, don't go fast because of me. You were going nice and chill until I caught up with you. See, he crosses the double yellow there. Just like, buddy, I really don't want to have to hop off my bike and see you crash. But at the same time, my morbid curiosity, I can't just let him go away from me. So what I'm trying to do here is just keep a nice big gap, you know, a solid, you know, 3-4 second gap from me to him. Just so he doesn't, I can try not to make him feel pressured. Love this little left here. It's a fun one. Again, here you can see him pushing pretty hard. This is another infamous corner that, like, look at that crossing the double yellow. But this corner takes a lot of people out. So I was sitting there thinking, oh, this guy's gonna low side. But now he keeps the bike upright. Does pretty good. Like I've said a lot in my videos, you know, the key to speed is precision, and you just gotta wonder if this guy is going exactly where he wants to or not. Oh well. He made it. Maybe get stuck behind a van a little bit. In a situation like this where I can't exactly go as fast as I want for whatever reason, you know, I try to take it kind of easy, make a nice gap. These next corners coming up are some of my favorite corners in Clifton. So as you can see, I'm letting everyone ahead just drive away so that I've got some room coming into this turn here up ahead. Just a little off-camber left, downhill. This right sweeper that kind of tightens in the middle. And then we're really caught behind traffic for a while, so moving on. We're on Kincheloe. A little bit of off-road, I shouldn't say off-road, it's a road. A little bit of off-pavement action coming up. As you can see, I'm standing up. I've switched the mode from dynamic over to enduro to soften the suspension. Turned off traction control. I keep ABS on because I'm not very good. So I just run with ABS on. Here we go, hitting the gravel. See, I'm pretty much a wuss in the gravel. I just go nice and slow because I'm scared of falling. I just love this road though, back in the roads. I wish there was some more gravel back here. I'm allowed in now, so I should be up in the area that I live in riding all the gravel, but here I am instead down in my old neck of the woods, because I know the roads. And I miss riding on them. So we come off the gravel. There's a couple little twisty turns as I get my bikes back in the dynamics, firm up the suspension, turn on traction control. Make sure the tires aren't, gravelly or muddy before I hit it again. Well, you see what I mean by hit it. Barely ride slightly above the speed limit again. Now we're on Compton Road. So I spend pretty much the rest of my trip on this road. It goes on for quite some time. A lot of straights, a lot of boring parts, so I cut all that out, hopefully. And we'll just be watching me go around some turns here for a while. A lot of bumps in that right-hander. You don't want to get inside there, get on those bumps. Won't be very fun. Yeah, you can see that Z kind of having a little fun. Definitely get a power wheelie coming up over that hill if you're not careful. But I was careful, so. Now we're coming up into what I call one of the danger zones at Clifton. This road is usually, it's nice and tight, but more importantly, it never really gets a lot of sun, especially in the summer when the trees have leaves on them. So the road never really heats up, it never really dries out, and it tends to be a little more slick than the rest of the area. Those two turns, the right-hander and the left-hander. I like this section, you can kind of accelerate while you're turning. It's always a lot of fun. Final turn before the stop sign. So from now on, it's just going to be kind of sporadic clips. Got a little biker. Seeing him kind of made me want to go a little faster than I had been. Turn up the wick just a tiny bit. Not that difficult, but the little drop off makes it a lot of fun. Little downhill section. Saw that guy's tires start to move. That kind of made me nervous, but I didn't have much of an out there. I would have had to try to split between those two cars. Ugh. You can see I'm kind of going a little bit faster. This road section here is nice and open, so it makes it quite easy. And then I love this turn. It tightens significantly as it goes on. So like powering out of it. And then I catch the traffic right at the end, right before the stop sign. Look at that. Look at that guy. Can't even keep it in his lane again. Another one. So here we come down on Bull Run Post Office Road. Just a little left or right section. The sun right in your face. Then we come up on probably the tightest turn that I know of. This isn't really Clifton, but the tightest turn I know of around here. Super dirty. You can see the dirt just littering the road there. You do not want to try to drag me on that turn. Although you could if it was nice and clean. Then you can see me getting a little angry here. This guy, like, the light's green and this guy's like stopping for some reason. Like basically like they want to miss the light. So I get a little upset. I'm just like, what the heck? Speed up. So continuing on, we got some more Twisties. As we go down, this is a kind of an unmarked right-left section that's fairly, you know, if you took it at the 35-mile-an-hour speed limit, you'd be going pretty quick. This is another one of these, well, this is the first one of these really tight 90-degree turns that the road has that are unmarked. So you definitely want to be careful for oncoming traffic. We'll see a little bit more of that later. Yeah, another one. This one's a little more blind too. You just don't know if anyone's coming the other way until you're about halfway through the turn. This is a chicane, I'd call it. A little quick left, right. That's a lot of fun. I would hit that over and over again. I just want you to look at that house. Look at the size of that house. We got a little left, right. This is definitely what I'm talking about. Look, gotta take it easy. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And think about your riding.